And we're back.
And we're back. And I'm back with David Glover.
What a day.
He's not back with me. David Glover is here, and he's my guest. And we've got to find out what makes David Glover David Glover. Because you have to admit, that's, I'm talking to Harry Northup, one of the most distinguished cult
Cult
Find
actors.
out later. Cult actors in Hollywood today.
Yes, he is.
How do you explain an enigma? I started over.
An enigma.
People used to say I reminded them of Jack, not Jack, Tommy, Jimmy Castle, Don Jimmy Castle. You gotta start the fish thing with the sun. Even when things go wrong, things look better. Stop the music, stop the music. Jimmy Durante. Jimmy Durante, you lose the country. You lost $8 billion. Jimmy Durante, how can you forget Jimmy Durante?
Give me all the money you got. Give me all the money you got.
You got it. He even gets Spanish. See the eyes? He gets like mugging time. But how do you explain this enigma? Writer, painter, actor, thinker, philosopher,
Golden voice.
statesman. The voice is with him. Because the voice is exactly what's on.
And practical. It has a
And
practical
answering
sense.
service.
He could fix anything. It's a
Voice
mystery.
of the answering service.
How do you attribute the acquiring? Is it demanding father, demanding mother, demanding house criteria, family? What does it? What elevates you to the need to obtain the knowledge and wisdom that you have?
I believe, this is my theory, is that I inherited it from my father's brother. And my father's brother was Guy Glover. Anybody in the documentary film industry will know him immediately. And he was kind of like every kind of creative guy. He was a writer, he was a voiceover talent, he was an actor, he was a dancer, he was a film producer, he was a
Good-looking
director,
guy.
good-looking guy.
Harry?
Better looking than me, yes, and he,
Better looking than you?
sure, everybody's better looking.
Where I come from.
Yeah, Guy Glover, anyway, he was an amazing guy. Ultimately became president of the National Film Board of Canada, NFB, and had a long career. He produced 400 films, won 2 Academy Awards.
Whoa!
So, I think I inherited some of his talent.
And you liked it.
Yeah. The only thing that I
What
was
your
better at than
preference
him
on all
was,
those things? Huh? What was your preference on all
if I could be any one of those things,
that? Yeah, solely great.
if I really could pick, I would say I'd like to be the greatest piano player, jazz piano player. I just admire those guys who can sit down at the ivories and magic comes out. And they do it effortlessly, and that is to me a marvel. And if I could trade painting for that, I'd do it. Now they say, well, why don't you take piano lessons? But you can learn mechanics, but to be that incredible talent like that, it's something.
You gotta stop the fish tank.
Yeah, imagine being interpreted. You were somewhere in the high seas. In the high seas, on a beautiful big ship.
They were fun.
Yeah. And the announcer says, and now the comedy stylings of Mr. Don Sherman.
That's it.
And the band would strike up and you would come out.
Forget that.
Yeah, and you'd say, we only got 14 more meals and it's all over. Or something like that.
Exactly.
Yeah, and of course the crowd would roar because that's what they knew. They were counting off how many buffet dinners they were going to. Yeah, yeah, those are fun days, and I think that's pretty much gone for everybody. I don't think they do that anymore in a great degree.
So,
Ships got bigger, the
so
acts
the
got
tenure
smaller.
of the times leads us to believe that we're at a point where we've seen the best of us.
Yeah. Well, you think about that. You know, you
That's
saw
really-
the best of a lot of things that don't exist anymore. You know, traditions, Vegas when the mob ran it, nightclubs when they had real comedians in it. Those are great days, you know. Comedians made records, had hit albums like you, and you know, Shelley Berman, Bob Newhart. I mean, that remember comedy albums? That was a big thing.
Oh boy,
Yeah.
that's what put Cosby on.
God, I collected them. Cosby albums. I mean, it was fantastic. And you could hear those routines over and over again. The Ed Sullivan Show, the Steve Allen Show, the Johnny Carson Show. We saw the best.
I went to the little towns, those little town academies, snow, be up to your hotel window. And the disc jockey's playing Don Sherman album.
Yeah, Don Sherman album. That was great. Yeah, Grass with Don Sherman. Let there be grass.
It really wasn't fair because there's only 3 minutes of the race. But,
Hey, it sold the album.
proved to be.
Gentlemen, this leisurely, sensuous day at the Don Sherman Resort is coming to a close. Mr. David and Mr. Don. David, would you please give us a word for the day?
Oh, fine, give us a word for Mother's Day. Go.
Motherly.
Thank you, David. Thank you, Don. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.